Hello, everybody. I just want to do a video a little more light and calm than my last one. I'm sorry for that one. It was my last couple were, I would say, two or three videos were a bit of rants that I really didn't mean to do, and I'm sorry if I offended anybody. And if you don't like the videos, I guess you could just skip them or something, or not make like they never happened or whatever. Or, I mean, we all feel a different way about something, and I can't force any of my viewers to feel a certain way. And let's take it down a few notches here. I think we should lower the tenor, if you will. Talk about the Muppets. Obviously, I saw the Ron Howard documentary yesterday that I really enjoyed, and it kind of got my Muppets juices flowing, so to speak. And what the Muppets mean to me is a part of my childhood. I could remember back to being a toddler, and my sisters had the Miss Piggy. I think it was a puppet, like a hand puppet or something, or a doll or something. And she had like this elaborate, like beautiful dress on, purple dress on with purple satin gloves and everything. And she was made up to look like, the beautiful Miss Piggy. And as kids, we just, I remember watching the Muppet Show on TV, the old fashioned TVs with the rabbit ears. And I remember my first movie I saw in the theater, Muppet wise, was Muppets Take Manhattan, and I absolutely loved it. After that, they came out with the Muppet Babies, the original Muppet Babies, which me and my sisters loved, as we loved all Saturday morning cartoons. It was a big part of Saturday, and I think Sunday had them too, the cartoons. So the mornings consisted of watching Saturday morning cartoons, and then as my dad's finishing breakfast, he puts on a record of Stevie Nicks or Fleetwood Mac or something, and that was just a big part of my childhood and my sister's childhood as well. The Muppets, cartoons, and um, Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks. Even though I'm not a huge fan now, uh, it's still nostalgic in a way, and um, so that's how it all started. And then the Muppets Take Manhattan and the Muppet Babies, and before you know it, I'm a huge Muppets fan. And then when I was a little older, and after Jim Henson died, and I did a report on the Muppets. I did a report after he had died, like a biography of sorts. Uh, we had to pick like a figure that had died and do a report. And Jim Henson had just died, and I said, "Why do you do Jim Henson? You're a big Muppets fan." So I'm like, and I was like in the first grade, and I'm like, okay, I was a little reluctant at first, but I did it, and it came out so good, the book report, that I got an A plus plus plus. Do they even give those out in school anymore? I think not. Not where my nieces and nephew go. And so I and then I loved the Dark Crystal back in the '80s and '90s, and Labyrinth and stuff like that, and amazing, not amazing stories. What was it called? The one where with the storytelling, and the Muppets were in it, and the dog from the Fraggle Rock, and then Fraggle Rock. I watched Fraggle Rock as a kid as well. Forgot about that. And Sesame Street. I one of the generations of Sesame Street. I used to watch that show like religiously every morning before school and after school and stuff like that. And in the same realm, I used to really like reading Rainbow with the guy from Star Trek. Well, he wasn't in Star Trek yet, but he later on he was in Star Trek. So you know what? I'm getting like speaking of reading Rainbow, I think I'll watch it. I'll find out what network that's on and watch it. I it's a show I can watch. It doesn't matter how old or young I am. I love reading Rainbow. Anyway, so then I guess after Henson's death, you had the first big movie that Disney did under the Disney banner. I guess he made a deal with Disney. They didn't buy him outright at this point, but they had a deal for a couple of movies. And the first one was Muppets Christmas Carol, which I saw in the theater with my sisters and absolutely loved it. And then I didn't see Treasure Island. I didn't like that one as much, but I did like it. And I think I really did not like the Wizard of Oz one. I don't know if that's a Disney one, but that one is not one of my favorites. And then Muppets from Space. It was okay. It wasn't great. But then I really, really liked when Disney finally did buy them in 2004. And then in 2011, we got the 2011 Muppets movie. Excuse me. We got the 2011 Muppets movie, which, oh my God, nostalgia, nostalgia, nostalgia. I loved it. It was like old fashioned Muppets. I think Jason Segel did a great job with that movie. Some people don't like it for certain reasons. I don't get it. It was like classic Muppets. I really liked Muppets Most Wanted. It was everything a caper movie should be, and it was funny. Tina Fey did a great job in that. The two Kermits, Constantine um, and Kermit just playing off each other was just it was nostalgia. It was great. It was fun. So I like that one, and then all the TV shows except for I like the 2015 show a lot, where they were like dating humans and stuff, and going out to bars and drinking beer and wine and stuff, and just partying and stuff, and the mayhem left Kristen Chenoweth out in the desert. They just left her out there. Whatever. That was funny. I like that show. I don't know why people didn't like really have it endeared to their hearts. It was really good. It was funny. And then the next show to come out was, I don't even know the name of it, but it was that like sketch show with the Muppets. It really wasn't that good. I think they were trying to play on Saturday Night Live or something. I don't know what they were going for with that, but it wasn't that good. And then the Halloween movie, Muppets Haunted Mansion, was really good. And the cool thing about that was that the Muppets had, they always have like cameos, and they didn't come on screen and say, "Hey, I'm Jack Black," or whatever, I don't even know if he was in it, but they didn't do that. They just kind of made like they were just characters in the movie, They didn't make like they were famous. And I liked how they kind of played it like that. They didn't break the fourth wall or anything, or it was really cool. And then I really liked Muppets Mayhem. I thought that was really good. I can't believe that only had one season. And I think that's the last one that came out. I'd like to see more Muppet stuff, but I just fear like everything we're gonna get is just gonna be like one season. I mean, the Muppets 2015 was only one season. Muppets Mayhem was only one season. I mean, what's the deal, Disney? And then you want to take it a step further. Why isn't the Orville renewed, and why was Willow not brought back? I mean, I know I'm getting off course here, but my favorite Muppets are Kermit, because he's sweet and tender like me, but could have flip out episodes like me as well and be paranoid, and you never know when he's gonna lose it. but also has leadership abilities, which I sort of have, I guess. But I'm more so the sweet tender side of him, you know. And then I like Gonzo because he's a goofy character, kind of like me. And I like uh, Fozzie because he tells bad jokes. I'm always telling bad jokes. Like let me tell you guys one, and I'll pause and then I'll tell you the jokes. Try to guess it, okay? So, what's brown and sticky all over? You got it, guys? Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, guys? I'm just gonna say it and tell me if you got it right. Tell me if you got it right. What's brown and sticky all over? A stick. That's a good one. I like that one. I don't know where I heard it, but I heard it somewhere and I like it. And so I like Fozzie because he tells bad jokes, just like me. And I like Animal because he's just nuts, and I'm like nuts, you know. So all those guys like have a little bit of me in them. So that's why I like them, and that's what I like about the Muppets. It's like they're not perfect. Every one of them has flaws, just like regular people do, and it's like that's life, you know. Everyone is flawed, no one's perfect, and anyone who pretends to be perfect is fooling themselves. Really, no, nobody's perfect. Like, look at this guy here. Look at this guy here. Look at my cat here. He is the only perfect one in the world because he's just perfect. He's the greatest. He's such a cute little kitty. Yeah, hello, bud. What are you doing? Yeah, I don't want to bug him. I don't want to bug him. But, yeah, he's, if I had to pick one perfect being, it has to be Homer, the cat. You know, he's just. He just is. He just is. Animals, if there's one kind of creature that's going to heaven, it's got to be animals. Even ones that mess up and dogs that attack and stuff, it's not really their fault. It could be their upbringing, how they're brought up and stuff, and people abuse them and leave them out in the backyard tied up to a chain or something, or you know, pit bulls are supposed to be on the couch with us, not pit fighting or tied up out back. They're supposed to be on the couch with us, or sleeping in our beds and stuff. And I really feel that way, and cats too. I put them out. I mean, we have a lanai outside and a caged in pool, and you know the cats can't get out of there. So at the daytime, we let them go out. They hunt animals, which are like lizards down south, and I guess they're in the Caribbean and stuff. Probably South America as well. But you know, they're safe, and we let them in at night and when they want to go in. We have kitty litter boxes out on the lanai. We have them inside. Right now, the cats, I think, are inside. I think Maggie might be outside, but I'll let her in when she wants to come in. So basically, the Muppets are everything that people are. They're flawed, they're not perfect, but they have character. And they make us laugh. I mean, people make us laugh for the most part, I think. I think if you can't get a good laugh once in a while, you know, what's life all about, really? You know, like I always get annoyed at people that can't laugh at a fart noise or an OJ joke, you know, or indulge James Simpson, or people that can't just goof off on certain things. And I'm like, seriously, are you that uptight that you can't laugh? I mean, come on, somebody farts, right? Who's not gonna laugh at that? That's funny. I mean, it's not always funny. Sometimes you gotta hold your laughter in, like if it's in a class or something. But even then, sometimes people laugh, and you can get in trouble for it. But and some people are like, oh, that's just a bodily function. We don't laugh at that. I mean, come on, it is funny. It really is. Um, somebody said, and I don't know who it was, but they were a very smart person. God wouldn't have invented farts if he didn't have a sense of humor. It's true. Come on, God must have been laughing his ass off when he was making those up. Burps can be funny, but I don't think those are as funny. I think they're more disgusting. And my dad is always burping, and when my parents drink wine or beer, they're always burping. And like when I drink soda, I burp sometimes, but I like hold it in. And like I can hold in my farts. I honestly can. I don't know if you guys can, or I read somewhere that holding in burps and farts is not going to injure your insides. It's just going to make you have a stomach ache. So, I don't know. If I'm in public, like I don't fart in public. I don't burp in public. I hold it in. And that's just me. And I don't even do like silent but deadlies or anything like that. I don't do any of that stuff. So I'm just, you know. And how did a conversation about, or how did a talk about uh or a video about Muppets turn into farts and burps? I guess because we were talking about Fozzie Bear and his comic relief and how the Muppets make us laugh. But I don't know, good humor, even though I think it's funny, it's like, look at Pixar, right? They don't really do fart jokes. They don't do jokes like that. They don't do like bodily function jokes. I I don't think they really do that too much or at all. And like Pixar just makes you laugh with funny jokes, not having to resort to that. Not saying that it can't be funny in the right situation, but in a Pixar movie, it's not needed. Look at Star Wars. Do you see fart jokes in a Star Wars movie? No, because although there could be humor in a movie like that, it's not needed. Like in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which I like that movie. There was a scene where Indy gets a knife beyond his back to try to take the ties out of his bindings of his hands, and you hear like this noise, and I don't know if that's supposed to be a fart or is it supposed to be his pants ripping. I don't know, but then when he gets up, his pants are not ripped, so I don't know what that was supposed to be. I don't know that anyone was really supposed to know what that was. I just heard a car. I think it's a neighbor. We have neighbors that have like really loud radios on their cars. It's just getting louder and louder. It could be the neighbors or something. I don't know. I don't think it's in our driveway. Um, but yeah, so that's my Muppet talk for now. Let me just take this into another room and then end the video if I can. Let me just do something funny here. Hold on. Hello, everybody. This is my Halloween video, even though it's not Halloween. It is June. My birthday is June 5th. It is June 1st today. So that would be a Wednesday if anyone wants to get me something on my Amazon wish list. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying I'm expecting it. But wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool? Just go to my Twitter page. Just go to my Instagram page and you can find my Linktree page at the top where my Amazon wish list is featured. Ooh, there's all kinds of items. small, big, expensive, not expensive, middle of the road. Thank you, everybody. May the force be with you. And I'm a Gemini, which is really cool. Okay, everybody. Okay, that's going to be it for now, guys. I will talk to you at a later date.